Well, in game, it's pretty much time for Halloween, and I think the only person that's actually scared is me. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Millers. This is In the Dugout FM, and we are on our journey from Sunday League to Champions League. As you can see, we're currently 14th. It's not the worst in the world, to be fair. We've done okay. We've drawn more than I would like. We've just not had the killer instinct to put teams to sleep. And if we had, I reckon we could have probably taken 3 or 4 of those and put them in the W column, which would make a massive difference as to where we are. As it stands, we're only 7 points clear of that relegation zone, and we're only 4 points clear from where the media said we were going to be. So it's been bumpy. Let's show you how it's been. Where did you last join us? Can't really remember. We'll start from where we are now. As you can see, draw, loss. October's not been great for us so far. We've had a little while since we've actually understood what a victory means. That last win came against Millwall, and we also had a good win away at MK Dons, which has really helped us. If we didn't get those 2 results in September, we'd well and truly be on the struggle bus. But I'm going to do a double live com for you today. We're going to do Fleetwood at home in the league, and then we're going to travel to Gateshead in the FA Cup first round with a view to trying to get that one won. We've been knocked out of the Bristol Street Motors Trophy competition. We couldn't buy a win. And to be fair, in both games I did rotate, so it kind of is what it is. Although with that being said, the board weren't particularly happy with how we performed there. They wanted us to do a little bit more than that. I think they wanted us to qualify for the knockouts. So we got a big F for that, and the media started questioning me immediately. So that wasn't ideal. But it is what it is. We have had to bring in a couple of people. Let's just have a look at the history there. So as you can see, we've brought in Ollie Armstrong. Do you remember him? Advanced playmaker, did really, really well for us at Curzon. Was really combative, got forward, scored quite a few goals. We've got him in on loan from Crewe, and he is starting. He's playing games for him. He's playing okay. He's not, in this squad, he's not what he was at Curzon, of course. We also brought in Theo on loan, centre forward. We've brought him in on loan from Forest, and he's doing okay. He's scoring some goals. He's a presence up top, and we also brought in Cameron Cooper as another forward from Oxford. I actually like this kid. The fans really don't. They've been on his back big time, and I suppose not scoring doesn't help. But I'm gonna persist with him because I do like him. We've also brought in a goalie, Tom Wooster from United. So he's on loan with us, and he's our current number 1. He's playing very well. In all honesty, he's pulled off some lovely saves. It goes along a bit too much for me, but he's doing well as it stands. And we had to bring him in because Will wanted to leave. He wanted to get out. He wanted to go to Exeter, and therefore we cashed in. We got 725 grand for him, which in turn has helped us out quite a bit in terms of our budgeting. So we're now under that wage budget. We're making sure we're working within those parameters. So that means overall we're doing all right. We've got $1 million in the bank, and the team aren't doing too badly. Not too badly. If I'm honest, I don't feel like I still know my first 11, my strongest first 11. There's 1 or 2 lads in here that probably should be in there. Jamal's been off form the last few games. I'm of a mind to drop him, to be honest, and put Admiral in. But every time I put Admiral in, he's really not done the business for me either. So, look, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, we're going to do 2 games today. So we're going to go straight into the Fleetwood game. The team that's going to start today is roughly where I sit in terms of our first 11. Kai sits there in the advanced playmaker role. Matty Virtue holds and is a ball-winning midfielder for me. And then we've got Shawry that sits. Back 4 now. Kai Jenkins is the starting left back for me. Simpson and Okadini, sorry.
What?
And then Turton playing wide right as that full back for me. Lancaster's been superb. He's been our pivotal man really. 8 goals, cuts inside, does fantastic on that right-hand side. Jamal's starting out there on the left, and then we've got Theo up top. The good thing about being in the professional game is you get more subs. So we've got 7 subs to use, which is nice, and you get to use 5 in a game. So we can rotate a little bit more, which is good. We are going to go positive today. We're playing Fleetwood. I would love us to get a result. If we can get a result today in the league, I can breathe a little easier. Not a lot, but a little. So let's see what we can do. Hopefully the lads will know that you're here as well, and they can put on a bit of a show. That'd be nice. But let's see. Let's try and put the run of results to an end. Let's kick on. Let's try and do bits. Thank you for joining me, by the way. I hope you're enjoying the journey as much as I am. Do feel free to drop a like, subscribe, do all of those good things that help me and the algorithm out. We're on a journey, and I think the journey's gone relatively well so far. You know, we're not getting ahead of ourselves. We're still only renting down here in Cambridge because we can't actually be sure as to what this is going to look like. As Fleetwood come close from a corner. Yeah, so we've got our little apartment. You know, we're fairly close to the ground. We're fairly close to the training ground. It's okay. Not got that many pals. Luckily, Nicky and Danny have come down with me. So, like I said, we know 1 or 2 lads down here now. So, it isn't too bad. It's been a very quiet first half. Let's try and encourage the boys, try and get them to get the foot on the ball a little bit if we can. Lancaster's probably going to have a go from here. He's got it in the locker, in fairness to him. He's not done, though. He's played it short to Turton, and Turton's pulled it wide. You'd hope he'd do better there, because actually even that free kick caught me by surprise. Fairly even game. You know, we've had less shots on target than I would like from the amount of possession we've had. And that's probably what I'm going to tell the lads. There you go. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to tell the lads. We need to shoot more, and that adds up to us being a bit more clinical. The funny thing is, I was looking a couple of weeks ago in game, and our finishing's far more clinical than most teams in this league, but we just don't shoot enough, you know. So that's something I'm going to need to address. As we hit 65 minutes with still nothing, I'm going to go a little bit more attacking and see what we can do in terms of creating some opportunities. We'll stick him in there as a poacher. Cammy Cooper, he's going to have a run out for me. Admiral's going to come on. We're going to have him as a standard winger and just get running at players where we can. And then Thomas is going to come on for me for... No, in fact, I'm going to put Rutter on. Rutter's a young lad that's coming up through, came up through our under-18s. I like him. You know, I like him. He's got great determination, superb first touch, technically very, very good, great vision. I'm hoping for good things from the boy. So let's see as we confirm those changes, send the boys on, and then we'll have a little shout and we'll demand a little bit more from the boys. Excuse me, to see what we can get out of them. Another draw wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's not ideal. You know, it's not ideal. We need to be kicking on and taking teams like Fleetwood to task. We'll make that change because Jack looks tired. Anything, lads? Anything you want to throw in? A game full of no highlights is what you're prepared to show these people on it. Brilliant. Well, sorry about that. Not the best game for you to see. Not good enough, and we should have won the match. I think, you know, it's all well and good. Stuart, he likes to tell them that they're unlucky quite a lot, and you know, sometimes we have been. We went in a game to QPR. In fact, I'll try and show you. We went to QPR, who are currently top of the league. This game here, 3-2. Actually, if you look at the picture on the left-hand side in a minute, we were incredibly unlucky. You know, we should have drew that game as a minimum. And, you know, we were actually a little bit more clinical than they were. We just didn't take our chances when it came to the main finish. So, there's a load of positives in this team. It's just trying to get it out of them because, you know, that's probably one draw too many. And at the back end of the season, those things will come back and bite you, won't they? So, it's far from ideal. I'm probably going to do a bit of rotation in the FA Cup. Get a few of the different lads. Oh, look at that. There you go. You join me as I get my Continental B. Banging. Absolutely superb. Not a million miles away from being pro now, people. Yeah, so we're going to rotate a little bit. We are away. I do want to give them a little bit of respect, but in the same breath, you've got to hope that some of our lads are up to task and taking these lads on without me having to play the likes of Lancaster, etc. So let's see what we can do. So it'll be a little bit of wholesale change. I'm debating whether to leave Theo up top or not. I'll probably play Coops just to give him a chance of getting a goal, because it's all important that he starts to score. If we can get him on the score sheet a little bit more frequently, it bodes well for us. It bodes well. So, where are we? Where's Shadrach? Shadrach. Oh, you're suspended for the cup. Are you joking? Wounded. Okay, no problem. We can cope with that. It's not a problem. In you go, Georgie. You're going to start for me. You're going to go on the bench. He's a young lad we've got. He's a Swedish, an under-18 Swedish international, under-20, under-19. There you go. So, you know, he's done well for the under-18s again, so I'm quite keen to try and get him to come through if we can. Because the fans like that too. The fans like to see the young lads coming through, and rightly so. You know, you want to see these lads playing. In you go. Armstrong is still out injured. So we'll put Shawry as the other substitute, and we will probably go from there. Yeah, okay. So Wooster's going to start in goal still. Keep that solidity of that back four and the goalie. Georgie's going to hold for me. Matty and Rutter are going to play in midfield. Thomas wide right, Musgrave wide left, with Coops up top. And that should most definitely be enough to see off Gateshead. You know, we should be going here with a load of confidence, with a view to really try and put these lads to the sword. So let's see. Go out there and enjoy yourselves, boys. You know, it's the FA Cup. We're never going to win the thing, are we? But it'd be lovely to put on a nice show. And if we can get to a round where we get a little bit of money, more's the better. He says that as Gateshead are on the ball with a kick-off highlight. No, it's been cut short. Let's get hold of it. Let's just try and look after it and enjoy some time on the ball. Admiral's out there on the left. He's clipped one. Not good enough. Coops isn't going to win that one, I'm afraid, when the keeper's in there with his hands. We really want to be trying to work the ball on the floor to Coops if we can. Like that. There we go. Good. Can we play through? No, he's held on to it, though. He's done well. He's done very, very well there, Coops. He's made that goal for Glenn there. Superb. Well done. And that's 1-0, 1 minute gone. So, you know, I mean, I'm not going to get too excited. There are levels to this game, aren't there? And you've got to expect that. But, you know, I think a win might do wonders for the morale. So we've gone for a corner. He's gone to the near post, which is never my favourite corner of the 2 or 3 we've got set up. We tend to do better, or I've certainly seen us do better going to the back post. But there we go. Thomas is back on the ball. Oliver Turton. Lovely football. Lovely football. Thomas is the lad that I was trying to get rid of in the window there. He's, according to the game, he's worth somewhere in the region of 1.2 million. I've not seen it, certainly at League One level. But, you know, he's got 2 here. He's already got himself a brace. We're doing all right. But again, you've just got to respect the levels, haven't you? So far, we've kept Gateshead to 0 shots. They have had a reasonable share of the ball, which is a bit disappointing if I'm being uber critical. But, you know, if we can keep them from having shots, that's certainly a positive. Musgrave's gone down that right-hand side now. It must be just because it was from a free kick. As Thomas goes for a shot from distance, you'd hope that Coops would get a toe on that and just be a bit selfish. Oh, well. Okay. So things are going okay, I suppose, is the way. If I was to summarise this, it's going okay. I think I said in the last episode, if I can get us to have a season where we hold our own in League One and we finish above where the media think we're going to finish, I'll look at that as success and say, yeah, okay, how do we kick on? Because I think the board will be okay with that too. Godric was very clear that, you know, it's about avoiding relegation this season. Keep going, lads. Yeah, avoiding relegation this season, and then becoming a little bit more of a solidified League One unit the following season, which is okay. Hopefully, they'll invest a little bit in terms of the playing squad to allow us to kick on that little bit further, because we are, as we were at Curzon, quite loan heavy, because that's the only way I can afford quality, you know, is to pay a portion of their wages and bring them in and hope that they do jobs for us. Okay, let's make some changes so that the lads who are currently first team players can have a rest. Tariq's going to come on. He's going to swap with Glenn, though. Not Glenn. George, not Glenn. Let him swap there, do that. Jack's going to have a rest there for me. And then that's pretty much where we're probably going to finish up, because I don't really want to be changing any of these lads that are first team and asking them to come on and work themselves into the ground in a game that I think is pretty much won. That's the famous last words, though. With 25 minutes to go, or 15 minutes to go, good maths. Math. Go, good maths. Yeah, that's great. Okay, no, I think we're going to be highlightless. It looks that way anyway. As we work the game through to its final ends. We've got a highlight, though, and we've clipped one for... Can he get his hat eat? No, he can't. It's a good block, to be fair to Gateshead. They've done well there. They've shadowed the run. Blocked the shot. Corner ball for us. Can we put it in an area of danger? That's all you want from your corner takers. Put it into areas. Let's see what we can do. He stood one up. That's good. Coops is outside the box. This is what I mean about him not being the best header, by the way. That's, you know... He's automatically positioned himself towards the edge of the area there, because from distance he can bang, but from a heading perspective, that's not his game. As we take the game and we go through to the second round. So that's good for us. It's nice that we've managed to get ourselves a little win. It's nice that we've been able to rotate and protect some of the lads that have been playing week in, week out for us. I agree with Hannah. It's time for a goal, Coops. It really is. I need you to be scoring. And unfortunately, you've not. That's a nice 42 grand in the bank for us. That's great. That's great to see. We're going to send our assistant. I'm going to wait and see when the draw is. The draw's here. You can stay with me till we get the draw done, and we'll see who we get in the second round. And then I will leave you at that point and let you crack on with your day. Once again, do feel free to drop a like on the video. Subscribe for me. There's about 60% of you, remarkably, that are boring enough to watch my videos that are not subscribed. So subscribe, it's free. You know, it's not going to hurt, and actually it really helps me out, if nothing but for my massive ego. Let's see, where is the draw? Where is the draw? Come on. Where's the draw? Where's the draw? Where's the draw? Summary, please. Where's the draw? Give us a draw. Not going to give us a draw. See, not bad. B, and B. We'll take that. We'll take that. There we go. Here's the draw. You can join us. Let's see what happens. We're going to get a nice quick draw, though. Let's see where we get. I've got an overview. There we go. That's probably a better view, isn't it? Let's advance to our team, because we're going to be here all day. We've got a home tie. We've got a home tie. Who've we got? Crew or Salford? Now, remember, Crew wanted us. But Wayne wouldn't allow them to take me, because the compensation to take me was huge for Crew. Or Salford. And Salford signed Lalico from us. So that'll be a very interesting game for match 12 in the second round. We're going to complete the draw there then, as it doesn't really matter for the rest of it. All we're bothered about is ourselves. Really interesting tie. A challenging one, I think, in all fairness. But it's going to be one that's going to be really interesting to watch. When's that going to be? Let's have a look. November, end of November. So what I'll probably do is I'll come back for that. It could end up being a Salford double header. Maybe we do that. Let's see who goes through. But I'll be back around about the end of November, beginning of December time with a further update, let you know how we're getting on. In the meantime, do feel free to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.